welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Last I left off, I was just at the start of the episode 2 trial. I hadn't done anything with it yet. It was just, it activated the save before that, so I haven't gotten there yet. I streamed this on Monday, and now I've returned on Wednesday. Hopefully I can keep the schedule working well. Let me just put the post on Tumblr. I already had it written up, it just needs to post. Okay, that's working. I probably won't bother with Blue Sky this time. I don't really use that site. It'd be weird to only use it for that. I believe customary is to wait a little bit in order for anyone to show up and to then fill the waiting space with assorted things to say. How about I recommend some anime? Because that's sort of the other thing I've been doing. Let's see. Akuma-kun on Netflix. The 2023 one. It's really good. There's only like 12 episodes. It's technically a sequel to like a 1989 anime that was very much never translated to English. There's currently a fan sub thing going on for it, but they're not super far through yet. Last I saw they had 15 episodes done out of like, I think it was 90 some. So, you know, that's gonna be a thing. But at least someone's working on it. Means it should hopefully get something. There's also the movie that was subbed at some point. I don't know what's up with that. Why only that was done, but whatever. Other than that, but yeah, Akuma-kun on Netflix is really good. It came out a while ago. It has a dub. I haven't watched it, but it exists. It's, how long am I supposed to wait here? I'll give it, 5 minutes. That's a reasonable amount of time, I think. The visual style in that show is really good. That's what caught my eye in the first place, was it had the thumbnail thing. It looks more like it's taking... So it's... Okay, so I suppose backstory to what I'm saying. The original manga of Akuma-kun was written by Shigeru Mizuki, who is also the mangaka behind Gegege no Kitaro, which has also never had a terribly intensive localization. The most recent anime, the 2018 one, was subtitled on Crunchyroll, but nothing before that was done. Aside from like 2 random things I found labeled Spooky Kitaro, which seem to be, they only exist in a dub. They seem like they're edited together episodes from the 1996 version, or maybe the 1980s one. I'm not sure. It might have been like, it was only like 2 of them. It seems like they're probably taking some particular story arc and dubbing them. It might have been like a test run to see if American audiences would enjoy it, and since it only had the two things and nothing else, I guess it didn't work out super great. Which is too bad. Gegege no Kitaro is also very good. There's a lot of it, but a lot of it's not translated. Definitely the 2018 one got a subtitle. The manga has had an official translation. And I think the 1980s one is mostly translated, from what I've heard. I tried watching a bit of it. I'll get back to it eventually. You know how it is. I got distracted by Detective Conan, and there's certainly more than enough of that. But the 1980s one was definitely fan-subbed a while ago. You can tell that the subtitles themselves came off the same VHS as the rest of the video. Which is all well and good, but it does mean they're larger than you usually see on these sort of things. They take up more screen space, and also just some interesting translation decisions, such as yokai to goblins. But other than that, it seems like it's fine. It's just very fuzzy. The one I personally like the look of is the 1996 one. There's only like 13 episodes of that translated, and the 3 movies. There's a lot of different versions of that show. It basically has had a reboot every decade. No, I brought it up because Akuma-kun. I was saying the visual style, despite being closer in the time it came out to the 2018 Gegege no Kitaro, the visual style is, I would say, closer, but less desaturated. Akuma-kun's definitely more saturated than the 2008 Hakaba Kitaro, which is separate. It's based off the earlier manga that were like rental books or something, as opposed to being published in a magazine. I don't know. That one's also good, Hakaba Kitaro. It was the first one I'd managed to get through, because I had started, because I'd like seen it. I was like, alright, interesting, let's just start at the beginning, this 1968 one. Very quickly I was like, oh no, this sure is an anime from the 60s. It sounds like they're talking out of a tin can, and it does not look great. So I moved on. I think I tried to look at like the 70s one, which immediately struck me as exactly the same as the 60s one, but in color now, which I think it was. Then I tried jumping ahead further to like the 2007 one, and the subtitles on that are just not well timed, and that threw me off pretty bad. But yeah, I ended up watching Hakaba Kitaro, and that was interesting. The visuals were good, the subtitles were nice, and it's pretty short. It's like 11 episodes, so a good place to jump in if you're not sure if it will catch your eye. It's a bit of a different tone than the other ones, a bit darker, but the others are more cheery, humorous. Still, it's good. But yeah, I would say the visuals of Akuma-kun are a bit closer to that, though Akuma-kun is more colorful. Hakaba Kitaro is a little gray, not like in a bad way. It fits the mood, I would say. So yeah, there's 2 anime, or, you know, more, depending on if you're looking to look into the rest of the Kitaro stuff. I recommended 2 anime, and it's been 8 minutes since I posted that on Tumblr, so I think that should be enough time to allow anyone to show up, and now I will start playing the game. Yes. This is a good strategy. Continue. We were right before the trial, so we'll jump right in. I guess we've already seen who did it in that first preview. I imagine that probably won't keep up. You definitely want a sense of mystery at some point, right? But we've already seen who did it in that first thing. It was that guy with the purple hair. Let's see. September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. How would you sound? I know you're important. I've seen many fan arts of you. People love shipping you with Phoenix. You've got your own game, I think. I saw it pop up when I was trying to set the game for Twitch, the category thing. How would you sound? I suppose calm. You look calm. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls Chief Officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Oh yeah, you who I didn't get a voice for very well. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by the window, here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker, found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a weapon. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. And they're still calling it a statue. Well, it's not really a clock anymore since the clockwork was taken out. Floor plans added to the court record. The murder scene, the Fang Co. law offices. Alright. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Alright. As soon as a phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Push. Oh, those are sound effects. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. My phase arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. That checks out. Although I guess they said to press everything. Let us see how it goes. How does that work? Who did you say you got a call from? Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. My call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay. Pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right. Please continue. There were 2 people there already. Yes. The defendant... Ooh. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes. Let's look into that account. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah. If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say you. Okay, you're just going. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Her hair is pink. Well, I guess she is pink. Alright, whatever. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Alright, what's up? You're gonna point at that paper, I'm sure. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. What was that flash? Was that supposed to be happening? How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Alright, but we saw the thing. The autopsy report said she died instantly, so she couldn't have done that. Straightforward enough. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor. Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right. I really wish WASD would work. I didn't think to recheck the controls before this. I'll see. Is that even an option to rebind things? Not from here. Piece of paper. Word Maya. Victim's blood. Blood on the victim's finger. Alright. I suppose we'll press this, and if that doesn't help, then we can just present the autopsy report. Detective Gumshoe. Do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and movies. This isn't a movie, detective. Ugh. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually, you've got a point, pal. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order! Order! That didn't go so well. That's right, what he said. That's whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. Alright. So it's not about pressing. Yes, I know. Can we just scroll through? You don't have to say the whole thing while I'm trying to scroll. That's nice. Let's see. Autopsy report. Instantaneous. Detective Gumshoe. There's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? Who? Who? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, detective. Order, order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Oh? Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? When did I receive it? Oh no. That was yesterday. Not yesterday, the day before. And a lot of things were happening. I mean, I guess it would have been the day after. Because the day of, the things just went after. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being, that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? I guess the detective... This seems irrelevant to the actual proceedings. Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham! How could you give me a faulty report? Huh? I thought... Detective Gumshoe. I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? But... Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Autopsy report updated in the court record. Died from a blow by a blunt object. May have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests that the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? The framing on these are weird. Phoenix is on the right in the view of the whole court, but he's on the left here. Why have they done this? I guess it's because he'd be on... I guess it's for that. So it can slide between them instead of jumping or something. No, I feel like maybe in that case it should have been a view from behind the judge or something? I don't know if seeing him is important from that angle. Witness, your name, please. How was I doing her voice? It was like high-pitched. I was giving her cat girl vibes because look at her. April May, at your service. That doesn't sound quite right. Why are you standing like that? Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Aw, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Has she? Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was, like, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fanco law offices? That's right. That's right, big boy, alright. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Alright. What you got? It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was that mousy girl sitting in the defendant's seat. Do we have like a time of death on her? We had one for the last person. Surely it wouldn't have been terribly difficult to determine one for her. Then, the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. That girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. And the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy bitsy. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand that you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? I mean, obviously. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. Only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Alright, that sounds about right. That doesn't sound too well. Are you sure? How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that. I don't think she could have seen from... Did you really see the defendant at all? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. I'm not sure this is a super useful point of attack. but still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. We do. People showed up. Does she even have a change of clothes at the police thing where she was arrested? She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. And then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock, that kind of statue-y clock? The thinker, I think? Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Alright, and then it was mentioned earlier that they proceeded not to mention it as a clock. You have no way of knowing this. I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Although if I point out the clock, she might just be like, oh, but I heard about it on the newspaper from that other thing, that it was the same. Let's see. We'll see. I can at least press it. Let's just... clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Well, don't look sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm on to something now. Okay. Oops, no. I didn't mean to move on. Okay, good. I guess maybe I can just be like, how do you know this is a clock? Look at it. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too, and he was found guilty of murder. Order, order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Over. The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with those questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. That was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time. So you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co. No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. Which took the stuff out of it. The law offices of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly... just take a look, right now. I suppose we're just meant to assume that at some point he, like, listened to the message off screen. Or, actually, I had a function to do that. I just didn't. So yeah, he just did that on his own time, I guess. Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Oops. Well, Miss May? Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Yep, we got the phone. Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is the cell phone. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. You have girly phone. But wait, this isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order, order. The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? Good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So, you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Oof, that is still very piercing. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? It's not at a store, and also, you claim to have heard it. You're just making things up. The witness claimed she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. I mean, not in this case. Well then, let's see it. Please produce the evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. Pretty sure it's this, made by Larry Butts, yes. There you go. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today. what's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Goodness. Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh, that's whatever. Oh, silly me. I, lose it? I guess I didn't. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... I mean, we know the other guy killed her, but... Phoenix doesn't know that? What does he have? There's no real reason for her to be over there, right? Although she had the wiretap, yes. Although... yeah, the wiretap, so you heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me the evidence proving the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Wiretap. Have a look at this. That? I found this in Miss May. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. Who keeps spamming me? Many people, apparently. Give me just a second. Get out of here. Get out. Let's see. Spam. Just scam, I guess. Viewership check. That's not quite. They're offering to do that, but that's not what they're doing yet. I don't know. Links. Just block them. Let's see. How do I set up a filter? Some sort of auto moderator thing. I know those exist. I've seen them somewhere. I don't know how they work. I'll have to figure that out next time, I suppose. Okay, I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? She did. We just used that. Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? We literally just used this thing. Were you not paying attention? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is literally the same thing we just used. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you know the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! It's no fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. I mean, we know she didn't do it. Also, I don't think she would have had time to... Maybe. Hard to say. But also, we saw the thing. But Phoenix didn't. See, why are you doing this? Why did you tap her phone? Accusations can always be made later. Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't to be tapping her irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha, I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course, I can and I will. You can't be serious. No way. You're supposed to be saying that out loud? Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 o'clock at night? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know? Like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee. I think I'm making this up. Ask the bellboy. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So, where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Miss Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Let's get the bellboy. Can you confirm things? The defense would like to call the the defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunken quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy. I mean, you have to confirm her alibi. She says she has one, but you have to make sure it's real. She could just be lying. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition. If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty from Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? I mean, obviously, we must accept the condition. However, I need to use the bathroom. I will be right back. Shouldn't take, more than like 2 minutes. Wow. I've returned. Let's see. What's this? What you to game capture. Okay. Suppose we have to accept the condition if the other option is give up. Alright. I've got nothing to lose. Except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. I don't think I gave you any sort of distinct voice, because I didn't think you'd do anything. Yes. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Miss May's room service. I am the head bellboy at the Pine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right. I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved in the murder now, Maya will be finished. Alright. Let's see. Head bellboy. Alright. Nothing to say about that. Call after 8. That seems straightforward. Why? 9 o'clock on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 o'clock, the time of the murder. Alright. Okay. You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It is an endearing mannerism of mine. Have I just fully messed up the voice to you? How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with, an embarrasser, sir. I don't know what that means. Embrasser. I misread that. Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir, more of a peck on the cheek. But why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? I suppose we'll protest. But wait! Please wait! Yes. Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright, I will give you one more question. That's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? I mean, there were 2 cups on the thing. So, room service? Tell me again about room service. Again, sir. At exactly 9 o'clock, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. That's very expensive. I see. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know? And we don't skimp on the ice, sir. That's sort of the thing you should. That means you get less coffee. What did he say? What did you say? Rather quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Ah, yes, quite, indeed. It was the good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. I don't think you're allowed to do that. You fool. I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man. Correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was... it was the guy there. Whoever that was. The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Ugh. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. Adjourned. I can say words properly. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, Number 1. Mr. Wright. You were amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know? Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with... that man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that? What happened to Miss May after that anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis. Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of Miss April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. May testimony added to the court record. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this would do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. Hey, save the game. It says saving, and then it's like, no, actually, we didn't save. We didn't do that. Oh well. September 7th, 3:11 p.m. Detention Center, Visitors Room. Let's see. Whoops. I'm gonna continue on for a while because it hasn't been terribly long. We'll see where we end up. I'm not sure how long things are. Well, hello! I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place as this. It's really quite moving. Not. You stinking lawyer, I hope you die. Have you come to laugh? Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May. No, not really. There's just something I want to ask. There's something I wanted to ask. Unfortunately, there's nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head? Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard. So, what is it you wish to ask of me then? For starters, how did you get to be so totally whacked? I can't imagine there's much to examine. Hello. Ooh. About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on. No way, Jose. Maybe if I had something to get her to talk. Suppose I'd have to present something. How about the wiretap? Why did you place a wiretap on Mia's phone? Aw, when you say it like that, it sounds so cold, so criminal. Tapping people's phones is a crime, Miss May. Oh, and I suppose you learned that in lawyer school? Creep. This woman is impossible to talk to. Your attitude. Say, why are you so angry? I mean, you don't look like a bad person. Oh, that does it. Bottom-feeding, scum-sucking lawyer. Bottom... I can't tell. Does she have a thing against lawyers, or just against me? Oops, that's the wrong thing. I clicked on options, thinking it'd take me to this. Options of things to do, but no. You want to see my lawyer badge? Hey, guess what? Actually, I, really hate your guts. So get lost, because, well, I'm not cooperating. Thanks, I noticed. None of this is very helpful. Do you want glass? Probably not. I guess we'll come back. Maybe the guy's still there. Probably not, but, you know. September 7th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303. Welcome, sir. Quite the performance today, if I dare say so myself. Thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that. No, not at all, sir. Your efforts today can only help the Gatewater's rep, as they say. Huh? Rep? Yes, our reputation will swell as the hotel where the murderer used a wiretap. I feel like it would do the opposite, but okay. We can charge a premium for the room. Of course, it would be great for business, sir. Whoa. Miss May hasn't been charged with murder. I, too, will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee. Why do I feel like we're both stuck in the same bad dream? So, you are our honored guest. Please let me know if there's anything I can bring you. Let's just take a look around. We'll check this drawer. There's still a screwdriver stuck in that drawer. Please leave that as it is, sir. That's the drawer of terror, hiding place of the murderer's wiretap. It's set to become one of the most popular attractions here. This guy's serious. I don't believe it. Here's a plant. A vase, as expected. I'm not good with flower names, except maybe tulips and sunflowers. It doesn't sound like anything's different. Still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever. One of those is hanging on the wall. Nice weather again today. I can see the Faneco Law offices, of course. Yes, we plan to install a telescope in that window, of course. Just $5 will earn you 3 minutes of a view to a kill. Just kidding, sir. By that look in his eyes, I would say he was more than serious. A bottle and 2 glasses rest on the table. Why hasn't he cleaned these up by now? I beg your pardon, sir, but if you could please refrain from touching those. It's part of the decor. I call it the last drink before murder. We'll be famous, the talk of the hotel industry. Bed. A simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. Sure. Doesn't look like there's anything else going on. You. Surely you've seen this guy at some point, right? I wanted to ask you about the man who was with Miss May. Yes. He struck me as a real lady killer, if you'll pardon the expression. I knew it from the moment I saw him, sir. He and I are of the same ilk. We both carry the scent of danger. Do you now? There we are in total agreement, Mr. Psycho Bellboy. Yeah, fair enough. If you had a photo of that man, I'm quite sure I could identify him. A photo. How about her? About Miss May. Oh, her, sir? Not to boast, but I knew the moment I saw her. She'd do it, I said. Do what? Starting to think the most suspicious person here is this guy. How about those? Could you tell me more about this hotel? Absolutely. And on that subject, I have an excellent idea, sir. Currently, this hotel is known as the Gatewater. I propose that we add a subtitle. A subtitle? Gatewater Hotel. Murder Manor. Oh. I don't usually talk so much. The Gatewater Hotel. Murder Manor. Well, what do you think? Sounds great. Whatever floats your teeth at. Look at my lawyer badge. I'm sorry. All I could think about during the trial was the hotel. I wasn't paying much attention to the evidence. That wasn't the evidence. You're not helping. So, oh. Interesting, the painting is gone. We're not there yet. You should know about this. Oh well. September 7th, Grossberg Law Offices. Looks like Grossberg is out today. Again. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason? Big, obvious blank space. Wait a second. Wasn't there a giant painting hanging on that wall? Yeah, it was a painting of... oh, was it a fisherman? I thought it was a cowboy. It wasn't a very memorable painting anyhow. Okay. Expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. Alright, that's probably all the same. Hello there. What's this? Photos? There are two lying here. Something's been written on in pencil on the backs. DL6 Incident Exhibit A. DL6 Incident Exhibit B. Let's take a look at these. Yeah, what's the first one? Someone. I'm sure I've seen this person somewhere. Perhaps I'll borrow this photo. I'm sure no one will miss just one little photo. And it might be a valuable clue. I'll take it for now. I don't think you're supposed to do that. Photograph quietly added to the court record. And how about this other one? A photo lies on the desk. Maybe I should switch it with the one I took. Can I only use one? I mean, this should be the thing to identify the guy, right? I think I'll swap them. Photograph added to the court record. Oh, it doesn't look like there's much else to look at. Have you looked at any of her books since then? Especially mahogany bookshelves. No one has ever been read. No one's ever read them. Oh well. Oops, no. Well, I guess I'll bring it back. Yeah, I took that photo, so... Here, look at this. This man. Take a look at this photo. That's him, detective. I'm the lawyer. Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once. You know how it is. No, I don't. Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an affidavit swearing that's him? I think that's how you say that. An affidavit? I should probably double check. What? How do you pronounce that? Affidavit. Okay. I don't like watch court stuff really. So a lot of the words I've only really read. Yeah. Write it down, sure. Well, sure. Why not? Yes. I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth, I will be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit. Just hurry up and write it. Bellboy's affidavit added to the court record. Not even Miss May can play dumb to this. Okay, I have scrolling powers. Great. I was worried about that. It looked like it was filling up. I suppose I'll go pick up the other picture or something. Surely I don't need this one anymore. He's out again. Huh? No more photos on the desk. Oh. Well, I guess I can't use that. Oh well. Let's go over here then. September 7th, Fay & Co. Law Offices. Looks like forensics is taking the day off today. Something's with my nail. It's like, got caught on something, got all rough. Detective Gumshoe's nowhere in sight. Police really gave this place a working over. I doubt there are any valuable clues left. Suppose can't hurt to take a look around, though. Plant. Mia's favorite potted plant. I guess I'll have to water it now. Window. Sky is blue, and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Mia's desk. Perfectly clean, as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. You couldn't cram more legal books in here even if you wanted to. All the cases that the chief worked on are filed here. Are some of the files missing? I'm imagining things. Wasn't I able to, like, scroll to the other part of the room at one point? That doesn't seem to be an option. Oh, I know. I got the thing, so she can't deny that the thing. Yes. You again? Can't you take a hint and stay gone? Hey, the only reason I'm back here is because you won't talk to me. Oh, so it's my fault now. You don't just have spiky hair, you also have a spiky heart. That does it. When this case is done, I am shaving my head. Anyway, enjoy a witness account. Could you have a look at this? What's that? The bellboy's affidavit. It tells us everything he saw. Such as the man you checked in with. Who was most definitely this guy. Now I'm getting somewhere. I have a feeling that you can't, like, mess things up outside of the trial itself. That's usually how things go. Joe, we just want to talk. We'll maybe arrest him. We'll maybe get him arrested for murder instead of you. That'd be better, wouldn't it? Okay, okay. She's vulnerable now. I should be gentle. Miss May, it would be easy for me to hand this affidavit to the police. If they get involved, wouldn't your boss be even more inconvenienced? All I want to do is have a little chat with him. You won't tell me? Is that all you have to say? Yes. If it's so easy for you to get the police involved, then why don't you? Somehow I think you're not up to it, Show them a little kindness and they jump all over you. That had the opposite effect to what I hoped. Oh, poor little lawyer. You were so close. This isn't working. I think I've worn out this pissy piece of paper's usefulness. Damn it. Bellboy's affidavit discarded. The man in this photo is the one I want. Why did April May not want to talk about it? She must know him. Look at this man. How about this photograph? You're wasting your time. My lips are sealed. Unfortunate. Are you back yet? Alright, this is getting ridiculous. Where the heck is that loafer? Ah, that old familiar clearing of the throat. Aha, you again. Hello, Mr. Grossberg. Well, well. You were quite the thing, my boy. Excuse me? The trial, the trial. He was there? Reminded me of myself when I was a youth. I guess something got passed down through me. Maybe it brings back memories, it does. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see? I apologize. It was all a bit too much for me, my boy. Seeing you today, I appreciate the reminiscing, but I'd much rather you gave me some information. Oh, no, not that. The trial. So you came to see the trial? Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you see. I couldn't get a wink of sleep. Really? What was that? Well, you see, it's just Mia's sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for that girl. If you were that worried about it, why didn't you offer to defend her? I asked before, but why did you refuse her request for defense? I think I have a right to know. A right, Mr. Wright? No, I'm sorry. It's just, I need more time to think about it, my boy. He does seem troubled about something. Maybe I can find something that will inspire him to talk. The other day, I'm sure there was a big, pretentious-looking painting on that wall. Pretentious-looking? Oh, you know the one I mean. Anyway, where did it go? Yes, well, I got rid of it. Got quite tired of the thing, really. I sold it, you see. Yes, that's right. Sold it? I'm not sure I buy that. Wasn't that painting rather important to you, sir? Did something happen? I don't see how it's any of your business. Please speak no more of that accursed painting. Ugh. This man, I stole this from your desk. Excuse me, I was wondering about this photograph. Where did you get that? I borrowed it. Well, give it back at once. Mr. Grossberg, tell me about the man in this photo. He may have been in that hotel room with April May on the night of the murder. Do you know something about him? Anything? Very well, I'll tell you what I know. However, you didn't hear it from me, if you follow. I follow. That man is Mr. Red White. He's the president of Blue Corp. Red White. Blue Corp. There's something like a detective agency, right? Not what I would expect that man to be in charge of. They're information pros. They sell information, you see. Sensitive information. Despite his name, Mr. White has the blackest reputation of any man in this country. Should you run across him, watch what you say. You wouldn't want him digging up any dirt on you. Selling information sounds like blackmail. Can you tell me where Blue Corp is located? I suppose. Cool. Mr. Red White, at last. Finally a lead on this guy. Even if April May couldn't have done it, he could have. Time to take action. Photograph returned to Mr. Grossberg. Now, I must ask you to leave. Hold on. I should eat at least some of my apple. I need to think about things. Alone. Fair enough. Suppose we'll head over there. Mystery. Oh, there's the painting. September 7th, Blue Corp Inc., CEO's office. What's with the surreal decor? And that painting doesn't really fit in. Welcome. Please furnish me with the title of your personage. What the? Your name. What is your name? I was just inquirably asking the title that you go by. Wright. Phoenix Wright. Inquirably. Mr. Wright, is it? Well, Right, I see. Splendiferous. Perhaps I have intimidated you with my giantesque vocabulary. What is this guy's problem? I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corp. You know, corporate expansion official. Is that what that stands for? I don't think it is. I think it's Chief Executive Officer. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I am not used to conversing with the wordly challenged. What a fruitcake. Let me guess. You are an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this. What does he mean by that? No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself? Yipes, this guy's arrogance meter is off the scale. First, let me look around. Hi. Painting. Haven't I seen this somewhere? Is this a replica? You're not good at pointing things, piecing things together. Ridiculosity. I have no interest in anything but originals. That's right. This is a bona fide original. Worth $5 million for sure. How about these? An impressive lineup of trophies. Judges Special Runner-Up. Best Participation. Judges Cooperation Reward. Special Good Try Prize. The word judges and special kind of stand out. Also, none of them seem to be for doing things well. A statue of a man holding up the world. The Blue Corp sign certainly stands out enough. The model for this man is, of course, Mr. White. Truly a work of art, but probably too beauticious for you to appreciate, correct? I think it's a little too beauticious for just about anyone to appreciate. That's quite the desk. I'm guessing this is supposed to be a desk? My, this is quite the thing. It is modeled on my body, see? Well, does its sleek round chair not inspire you? Chair. Window. This is the top floor of a 20-story building. The view is quite presidential. Lights. Doesn't look like there's anything else to look at. Hello. What's your deal with this? Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not? Correct. She was my secretariat. That's not. What a shock to hear what she has done. What she has done? You mean the wiretap? Indeed, she is paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as part of her duties, but I assure you we do not condone illegal methods. It is ineffable that she would do this. I don't think you're using words correctly. It sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. On the night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room? Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as the time and place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy. Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy has stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly. No matter, the bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand. Although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that. He raises a good question, actually. Why didn't the prosecution call him as a witness? He should have seen the same thing as April May. Oh. The police, the courts. To me, they are mere toys, playthings for my amusement. Alright. What kind of company is Blue Corp, anyway? Excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We are a company of the future. You might say we are the future. Sell information. In just 10 years, I've built this business up into the grand office you see now. In case you were wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue. You don't say. I, Red White of Blue Corp, as founder and CEO, named it so. And why, you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course. Fantabulistic, is it not? Alright then. There's something that's been bothering me. Yes, what might that be? That big painting on the wall over there. When did you get it? Say, when did you get that painting? No idea, I forgot. I've seen that painting before. Yesterday, in fact. Why do I find that painting here today? Mr. Wrong, was it? Right. It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again, who are you? A lawyer? No, my feeble friend, a mere lawyer. Worth nothing, zilch, zippo, nada. Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney, Grodeberger. But what? Are you punching him? He punched me. That's not allowed. That's very not allowed. Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, eh? Charge me with assault? Charge away, I welcome it, for it is you who will be found guilty. What? Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding. So you say. But I wonder, is that kind of control really possible? I don't expect you to understand. It is a world beyond your comprehension. You came here from Grodeberger's, I presume? Mr. Grossberg's, yes. Then you must ask him, why is this painting of his, why it is that this painting of his hangs here. I can read. Perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go now, skedaddle. There's nothing more to discuss. Sure. Do you want to see my badge? Would you be kind enough to cease your inane chattering and vacate the premises? Let me put it in a language you are sure to understand. Shut up and get out. I have nothing more to say. Alright. I suppose we'll go talk to this guy. Assuming he hasn't left. Hello. I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat. Jumping Jehoshaphat's. What does that mean? Oh, you! What's wrong? You look so pensive. Like an old man at the end of his days. I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess. Something's really bothering him. How much is clear? Uh-oh. Microphone almost fell off the desk because I'm shifting the wires. Why are there wires? Because my headphone cord's gotten tangled. That's why. Okay, just move that. That's fine. Something's really bothering him. How much is clear? Hey there. We already talked about this, didn't we? So you came to see the trial? Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night. You see, couldn't get a wink of sleep. This is the same dialogue. Oh, your sister. Blah, blah, blah. This is the same dialogue. Okay, so we'll just. So I paid Blue Corp a visit. Oh, I see. Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit something has been bothering me. Oh, what is it? Well, out with it, my boy. You see, it's just... Why do you have the photo? That sounds helpful. That photo of Mr. White. Why would you have his photo, Mr. Grossberg? Yes, well, it's been a long time since then. A long time ago. I'm sorry, but I think not. I think you still have ties to Mr. White, even today. Really? Whatever gave you that idea? What connection could I possibly have to an individual such as he? It's pretty straightforward, actually. Probably blackmail. Mr. White has something on you, doesn't he? Blackmail? I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Grossberg, sir. There was a giant painting hanging right there the other day, was there not? The one you said you had no intention of parting with? Well, I saw it today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corp, Red White's office. So, you noticed. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting. Mr. Grossberg, tell me what happened. Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now. 15 years? All because of the DL6 incident, as you may have guessed. The name on the back of those photographs. As he suspected, I could not stand in defense of Maya because of this. Wright would have destroyed me if I did. So that's the connection. It is hard for me to tell you this, my boy, but arresting Red Wright will be nigh on impossible. Impossible? Why? He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owes judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians. What? What? They are bound, unable to do harm to themselves, and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years. What is this incident? What is the DL6 incident? DL6 is nothing more than the sorting code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. Received a request from a medium. A spirit medium. A medium? This would be, me and Maya's mother, I suppose. Her name was Misty Faye. Faye? Indeed, she was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police. And she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud. This is what Maya was talking about the other day. I did all I could for her, and in the end, cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL6 incident. But why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg? The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told him. You told Wright? He offered me riches. It is an embarrassment to me now. Because I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, Wright heard all about it, and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail. I see. Wright controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office. Mia's office? She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found. That's gonna be the same text as before. Nothing useful. Well, let's go look then. It's funny looking at this room. It seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. Suppose. Yeah, things are still checked off. All the cases the chief ever worked on are filed here. They're in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Which file should I look at? Fully random ones. Great. I guess we'll start with the first one. Let's see if there's an A record in this file that catches my eye. Alright. A, B, F. Misty Faye. That's Mia and Maya's mother. Should I take a look? Yeah. I have tarnished the Faye name, leaving only these words, my mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold that information to the press. This parasite who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is... The record stops there. I mean, we know who it is. So Mia knew Grossberg. We know she knew Grossberg. He was like her inventor or whatever. I think they said that. All cases, they're in alphabetical order. Let's look at this one then. Let's see, J through S. Nothing much in here. Maybe I'll just skim some of this. Yeah. Oh, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. The biggest part's here at the end in S. Suicide. You. She has a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen. Huh. There's writing on most of these in pencil. White. This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. White drove them all to... I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. Newspaper clipping added to the court record. Fully illegible. Looks like even if it was, it might be Japanese. Article about a politician's suicide. The word white is written in pencil at the top. Okay. I mean, there was still that last bit. So let's just see what it is. E-U, I know, W, white. The entire W section is missing. Was it taken? Didn't want to bother sorting through things, I guess. Alright, so now I have... This. I don't think that directly connects to anything I can use. Maybe she'll be willing to talk if I show her this? Apparently Miss May is in questioning. I doubt they'll let me talk to her today. Okay. I can't imagine it would do any good showing him the paper. Bellboy's not gonna have anything. Do you have words to say about this? Look at it. I found this in Mia's files. So, she was investigating Red White, as I expected. Well, if you wanted to challenge him, you could present this in court. Not a bad idea. Okay. Should I go back here? Oh, I have another place. Well, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty incident may occur, I think is what that said. I clicked too soon. Do I make myself clear? Transparent. Oh no, I don't think he can, like, take it or anything. Look at this. This is the only clue that Mia left me. I'd better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. And this concerns me how? I found this article in Mia's office. Miss Mia. She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word. White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. You were blackmailing him. Blackmail? Not just him either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved with all of the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation. Mr. Wrong. What is it that you should be doing now? What is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No, I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia. Oh. Secretary's office? Hello? Mr. Wrong will be leaving now. Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away. Wait a second, Mr. White. You're wrong, Mr. White. Excuse me? What I should be doing now is going after you. Just what are you insinuating? Mia was on to you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then, Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So, the culprit would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it. Secretary's office. We won't be needing an escort for Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office. Of course, sir. One moment, please. Public prosecutor. Sounds like... Who knows? Are they gonna appear? Who knows? White, that you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor. I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify. What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court? Quietude. I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing in front of me. He looks dazed, but he could be violent. What? What man? Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer, man. What? Mr. White, this isn't another one of those. Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you are in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I am telling you to send the police now. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer, as was Miss Mia. How dare you? I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they make even you look competent. I feel faint. Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir. Butts. Harry Butts. Right, actually. Phoenix Wright. And my friend's name is Larry. Oh, right. Sorry, pal. Butts was that murderer, right? Detective Gumshoe. I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey. What? Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong. September 8th, 3:37 p.m. Detention Center, Visitor's Room. I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me. And the prosecution will be in on it, of course. Hedgeworth included. Why do they keep flashing? Is it, like, supposed to do that? Sometimes it looks like it should be. Mostly in the trials, but just nothing's happening here. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Suppose you are a lawyer. You could defend yourself, perhaps. Right! Mr. Wright! Oh, Maya. Great, they let you out of detention. just now, yes. It's all thanks to you. Now I'm afraid we've switched places. What? You mean you? I explained what had happened to Maya. I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you. This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do? Well... Not sure she'd be good at being a lawyer. Let's leave. Right. Okay, listen up. I want you to help me break out of here. You mean a jailbreak? Yeah, tonight's our only chance. Alright. Huh? Oh, I'd better go get a hacksaw while the stores are still open. Oh, and a rope ladder, and a getaway car. Can you drive? Wait. What? I'm kidding. It was a joke. No way. No, really, I was kidding, but thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. There really isn't anything you can do for me anyway. But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind. Just a piece? Okay. Then come to the trial tomorrow. Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two. Times may change, yet with crime, it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finish in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair myself for this case. With the true culprit appearing as the star witness. This is it. Tomorrow, it's me or him. To be continued. Let's see. Save progress. Yes. Check something real quick. It's been 2 hours, but honestly, I think I could probably go for longer. But the alarm to feed the dog is going to go off in like 8 minutes. So since I've reached this spot here, I'll just feed him now. I will feed the dog, and then I will return. I have returned. The dog has food, and I have a cheese stick. Here, let me move this. The cat has also decided to eat her food. Let's see. Can I prevent the alarm from going off? I can dismiss, but I don't think that actually works. Oh well. Let's see, put it back on the game capture. Back to the game. I just saved, so we will do this. September 9th, 9:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Ah, Phoenix, look! Hello. Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So, you're saying I'm going to be found guilty? End of story? I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth. You've changed. Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not... I'll be defending myself. What? Okay, let's do this. September 10th, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself. Understood. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. May as well. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Great, he gets to show off and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Your name? Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? That's... name. These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. Do they now? I am the CEO, or to put it, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder? Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? Ho ho ho! I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Goodness. Let him have it, Phoenix. Witness's account. Let's see, it was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly reading to you some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Witness's account. Let's see. Aside from... I suppose I have to press him in order to pull up anything I can actively argue against. 9 o'clock. Okay. A bedlam? It must have been when you attacked, I assume. You see? Continue. Okay. Surprised, I turned to look at the building. Saw him. That's not helpful. Man, it's none other than you. What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? Counting both eyes, 40. 40, don't add them together. I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, whose side is the judge on anyway? And what did you do then? Called Miss May. Did she run away? Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende, I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always absolutely perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. Victim ran to the left and you gave chase. Alright. And then that conflicts with, yeah, this bit. Wait right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh, it is simple you have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing? Wait a second. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Miss May says right and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? It would be his left if he was in there. Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. Huh, I doubt it. Or rather, that's not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean he was not viewing the crime from the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay & Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show court where... Okay. This is where he was. Look. When the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes in ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Order! I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion. The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Ho. You provide us with so much entertainment, little Mr. Lawyer. now he's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well, let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her, savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? Let's see. That does seem to make sense. That doesn't specify numbers. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. She ran... Okay, let's see. What do you mean, next? Next is what comes after first. I know that. Then that is all you need to know, Mr. Lawyer. As I said, she turned and made a desperate dash to the right. Let's see. So you were watching both times? I suppose I was. And please excuse me for not testifying to this sooner. What do you think, Phoenix? I think we've got him right where we want him. He slipped. Let him laugh for now. Wipe that smile off his face. What are my options here? Oh, that she dodged. I got it. Well. This one? This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. Exactly are the evidence... No, they definitely are. Please think the facts over before I am. Maybe this bit. She dodged, right? That doesn't sound like it helped. Music's still playing. Okay, hold on. Let's just press more. That'll do it. Stop saying it was me. That doesn't help. But it was you. Mr. Wright, if you claim that it was not you, then show us proof. Can I do nothing right? Nothing? May I continue? So each of you saw different parts? Absolutely. That's right, of course. Where did he pick up that annoying phrase? Anyway, moving along. Pretty sure I meant to present something. Ah. Glass. Is glass helpful? She would have stepped on glass. I think she had shoes on though, so like whatever. It must be for something though. What do you mean first? First, that is what comes before what happens next. You do speak English, right? Please sit back, relax. I will try to use simple words for your benefit. First, she ran to the left, and then... I didn't hit anyone. Now, Mr. Wright, there is no point in hiding things from this court. I'm not hiding anything. The prosecution requests that the defense refrain from interrupting the testimony. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Why is he mad at me? I must be missing something. That doesn't help. Do you want glass? That doesn't help. Yes, okay. Okay. You didn't mention the dodge. Okay, what am I missing here? I am. Each of you saw different parts. Asked that already. That doesn't help. do you mean by that? That is what I am about to explain. You Americans always so impatient. It does not become you. Hey, buddy, you're an American too, are you now? What on earth am I missing here? I should probably be speaking more. I'm not good at commentary. I need to work on that. This is, I must be missing something. What exactly am I missing here? How could you have seen that? That doesn't really fit. This doesn't really say anything about the number. It says... There we go. Mr. White. The victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. There we go. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony... The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice. Don't let him get away. I guess that's the crowd. Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony. Crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White. Does the crowd... do anything? They're not like a jury, I don't think. They're just there. Mr. White? Oh, okay. The 2 accounts. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Mia run to the left. The killer, you attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap. Thwap indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Okay. What thing? You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that? The glass light stand. Right. The one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, doesn't something about that strike you as odd? Yeah, you shouldn't have been able to see it. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? What? You were saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. The light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Absolutely could not have seen that. I suppose it'd be the floor plans. The glass doesn't help. Yeah, because you can't see that from there. Mr. White, it was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand. What? I don't... Look at this. These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity. Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel, as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside Fay law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Oh. Mr. White. Mr. White. You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor. Miss Mia. Looks like we're about to get our verdict. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What? I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White. I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now? What? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, Confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap? Order, order. Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do, Your Honor? The question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office and by who? No, you wouldn't. Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct. You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break. Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. law offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Leave it to me. I feel faint. Wiretapping. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. Pretty straightforward. So you saw the stand before the night of the incident. And this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over? By the sound. Correct, that is right. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine. What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. Suppose I will press him on everything. Beginning of September. Do you have proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Fay's phone conversation. This proves the wiretap was placed before the murder. Huh, right. I was more talking about the specific time frame, but whatever. Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay & Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. If I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I've done so to place the wiretap. That checks out. Sure. What do you have to say about this? Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it, there's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well. Maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. Do I show you glass? Enjoy glass. No. The witness statement is clearly faulty. Yeah, that doesn't help. Explode. I must be on the wrong track. What happens if I run out of health? That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. The defense has failed to give the court sufficient reason to doubt the prosecution's claim. This court finds the defense, or rather defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Well, the accused will surrender to the court immediately to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned. That's alright. Okay, so what's it gonna do? Oh, it just fully kicks you out. It's not as forgiving as Danganronpa. My goodness. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I mean, I guess I can speedrun it. Let me up the... Here. We're just gonna blast through this and throw everything back at it, I guess. That's nice. Hi, Edgeworth. Hanging out, having a chat, blah 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 blah. Crimes. Huh? I think I did that last time. I don't remember what it was about. Oh yeah, why? I don't actually care. Hello. Can you stop glittering? Says hello. What exactly was I? Let's see, what was this? Okay, I believe I had to press this. They're saying the left. And then we're like, no. Blah, 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 blah. I suppose I could have saved during the trial. It didn't occur to me. Holy ball. Cat walking in front of me. Yes. I need to save the next time I get to place, although I won't be wasting so much health on something that's ill-defined, I would say. If the record had stated a single blow to the head had killed her, that'd be one thing, but it just said a blow to the head, which is vague. Bothersome. Laughing, laughing, blah blah blah. That's nice. Okay. Come on. Okay. This is, I know. And then we're like, no. This, which isn't super specific. Okay. That's nice. That's nice. No brakes. Let's see. That's right, and then I need to press about the thing, then I need to be, how do you? That's nice. Huh? Hello. I'm doing well. I'm, catching up. I reached a failure point, ran out of health because the one thing had been less specific than I thought it should have been, so I had overlooked it and lost a bunch of health on something. But, you know, so that's why I'm kind of skipping through things, but I will return to reading things aloud once I catch up. Yeah. It shouldn't be long since I know what I'm doing. Let's just fix the testimony. Present the floor plan. It's going fairly well, I would say. No technical difficulties or anything. I don't think anyone's really been here. I had some spam bot show up earlier, posting links to something or other, I don't know. I'm sort of new at this. I mean, I did a full stream of a different game like 2 years ago, but then I kind of didn't get back to it until now. This is the second time I'm streaming through this game. Yeah! I think there's like some sort of auto moderator thing that can be set up, but like, I don't know how it works exactly. I'd have to look into it. At least to blacklist the sites they're trying to link to or something. Let's see. That's right. The stand. Yeah, it's going well. I'm definitely less nervous than I had been when I was doing V3. Because Danganronpa V3 was the previous thing I did 2 years ago. But I now have some, I believe I'm some, what's it, experience with it, so, you know. It must have been the moment that it fell. I believe this is roughly where I left off. I was in the that's right, you're gonna pass out on the stand. I was in a cross-examination. I don't remember quite what the deal was. Oh, that's right, you're like, oh, he went into the building. Okay. Once I get to this new thing, I should save. I think I can save while things are happening. Okay, the wiretap. That's nice. I believe this... Let's see. I believe this is where I left off. I suppose I should get to the point where I interact with it before I save. Let's see. Let's not get messed up again. Like, I shouldn't need this, but let's make sure, because skipping through a bunch of text is not fun. September, the week before the murder. Enter the Fangco law offices. Okay, no, that's what I asked. Unidentified fingerprints. I have been reading all of this out loud, it's just that I've seen this dialogue. When you had done so to place the wiretap. Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. Alright. And I saw that, but I don't think pressing was helping. It's like for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. I don't know how one bluffs. Oh, I know. No, I didn't want to carry forward. What if I say, hey, okay, paying attention to the text. What if I say, hey, the thinker, isn't that so interesting? I don't know. I don't have another idea. He's trying to bluff. Wow, look at that. No, it doesn't. Done, so place the wiretap under the office. This isn't like helpful, is it? Not really. These controls. They're not intuitive. Okay, what do I need here? Department store receipt. That doesn't help. Enter the office. He said bluff something, but I don't know what you would. Huh? Well enough. I'm just not sure what he means by bluff something. He's like, there's nothing for me to press him on. Rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. Oh, that's chill. It's not... I've caught up to the place where I had lost my health. Just trying to figure that out. Beginning of September doesn't help anything. That's my song. And like the Phoenix says at the end, he's like, oh, maybe he's rattled, I can bluff something, but... Yeah. I like meant to play it at some point a while ago, and I just never got around to it till now. Yeah, it's enjoyable so far. Let's see. That didn't help last time. Yeah. This is the version on Steam, but I know the game was originally on the Game Boy Advance and then got a DS port, which... I don't know, I'm just kind of here. It just sounded like a thing I could do. I was, live blogging, Assorted Danganronpa media, and then I got to V3 and I was like, well, I guess I should stream it because I'm not going to make 200 million posts about it. Because I just wanted to catalog my initial reaction to it, because I'm just not good at remembering first impressions ever. I don't know. But I'm enjoying it, so aside from this puzzle, what do you want? What do you want from me? Do you want glass? I don't think you do. Unset place the wiretap. I genuinely have no idea what this wants. I have no idea how to bluff. Neat. I think if I were to bother with any art, I'd just try to do it I don't know. I'm not that into stuff that I would need anything like that, personally. I think if I wanted it, I'd probably try to do it myself. What do I do here? Entered the office. Sorry. Not trying to be rude, I suppose, it's just... I don't know. want? Do you want the wiretap? The wiretap. It's not. I have no idea what this wants. Let's see. Broken beyond all recognition. Didn't I? Yeah, I tried to do this before. It didn't work. What do you want? I don't think that helps. Well, to look at a statue? Okay, I'm missing something. This is frustrating. There's nothing for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. I don't know what that means. Yeah, that's all. I don't think I've shown the picture here yet. But I don't know what I would... My goodness. However, I saved at the start of this. I have no idea. I must be on the wrong track. Whatever. What on earth? Does this help anything? September 5th. This... Say you... That doesn't help anything. glass. Okay, no. You wanted to bluff something, but I don't know how to do that. I don't know what you're talking about. Doesn't help. Died. That would have been well after the fact. This didn't help anything. This didn't help. That doesn't help. Apartment store receipt. That's not gonna help. Launch an attack. This is the floor plan, which doesn't help. What on earth am I supposed to be doing here? You're in the office. Not really much to say about that. See what I'm going to go insane. I have no, what, no, not a screenshot. What button even was that? What are you talking about bluffing? I could say many things. Like, oh, wouldn't, the statue be more interesting to notice than the glass light stand? And then you could be like, actually, it wasn't there. Or something, but like, that doesn't seem to be an option. I tried that. This is so unhelpful. Am I missing something? Am I just missing something? I don't know. You know what? Would anyone be mad if I just this one thing? I don't know how to check that, actually. I don't know where I'd look. Just look really quick. Because I'm just... Look, let me just... This is not... How do I... This is not helping. April May knew the details of Miss Faye's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Right. Did that. What? I don't know what's happening. Was it really you that went into that office? Or was it Miss May? I did this already. I'm going to go insane. I know Edgeworth, he's run checks. Why did you tap me? It's phone. This is no bearing. Why did you notice things? What is happening? There's nothing for me to press him on. He's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. But what on earth are you talking about? I'm going to go insane is the problem. Don't know, I pulled up like a playthrough to see what they're doing, and it seems like they're progressing by just keep pressing things, which doesn't make sense. That's not what should be happening. Why are you doing this? Oh, did I just have to keep doing it? That's really stupid. I definitely asked that one already. I'm going to go insane. Whatever, at least I've moved on. Uh-oh. Don't tell me I've run out of ammo. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. Lollipop, what are you doing? Can you not walk in front of me when I'm busy? You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix. Phoenix, over here. I know that voice. Mia. Never give up, Phoenix. Ugh. Mia. Oh? What happened? Did you pass out on the ground? Where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Ugh. Hey, Phoenix! Ugh. That's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. You're... Maya? Didn't you know the Fae women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So, Maya is channeling you, Mia? That's right. I am Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But we don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have that receipt in the court record, right? Oh, yeah. The one you wrote Maya on. Phoenix, Wright wrote that, not me. So, what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow, big spender. Item, glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th? That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa. Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Alright. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. Receipt updated in the court record. That was a really stupid way to progress. It's not like there was any sort of big give up button. You just had to keep trying things until it worked. But then it didn't. It's not like it was giving new dialogue. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant... Rather, are you alright, Mr. Wright? Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then, let's start where we left off. Your Honor, there is nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you. But, as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Phoenix Wright his last chance. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Alright. Beginning of September. Alright, so it should just be this bit. Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor. Would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, a glass light stand. And the date of purchase? Why, that's the day before the murder. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fay & Co. law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Oh goodness. You're having a time. I'm not screaming. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No, it's impossible. That's not words. Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you, but I think you'll agree that you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then, that is all for the trial of... Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. What? No way he can worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There is no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, if anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection denied. What? The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. No. There's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with, or just make up something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course. Thank you for your time. The witness will stay. Mia. Phoenix, read this note out loud. Mia, what's this? Memo received from Mia. A list of people's names in Mia's handwriting. Your Honor, if I may. You were quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court. Alright, what's this? The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Desist! Halt! Please stop. Make him stop. How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt. Right here, right now. or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. What's the list for? A list of names on its own doesn't sound super useful. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was. Well, this court finds the defense, rather the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. I feel like that was a bit of an anticlimactic way to end the trial. That is all. This court is adjourned. September 9th, 2:22 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again, but congratulations. You're lucky I was born a fae. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me, and Maya. I won't forget it, as long as I live. As long as you live. My time here's running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No, there's still so much to say. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief. I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight? Say 9 o'clock? The office? I'll see you later. Chief, Mia. September 9th, 9:02 p.m. Vanco Law Offices. Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came. Mia, I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then. I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? You should see your face. Mia. What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What? Did I look like my sister? Look like you were her. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See, Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of, huh? She means the office, this office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. offices, right? And who better but me, Maya Faye, reporting for duty. Wait, no, on the second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick, Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick. You know what this means? We're partners. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright & Co. law offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. Right. Okay, Nick. Let's do it. Huh? Let's do what? Burgers, dummy. Burgers. There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on. Time's a-wasting. Okay. Wait up. After the mess that was that trial. Robots? Yeah, after that, I'm just definitely going to stop. I think. No. That's nice. No, stop. Go away. Get out of here. We're not doing this right now. Plan B. Goodbye. It's fine, I saved. Yeah. But no, I'm done for today. Hopefully I should be able to be back in the morning on Friday. Yes. That is the plan. I'll get up Friday and I'll get back to Phoenix Wright. I'll make sure to get this uploaded onto YouTube. And then yes, I shall return Friday. Have a nice day. Goodbye.